Hey neighbor, today we're expanding on our berry episodes and we're talking about blueberries. Welcome to the Row by Row Gardening Show, the best dadgum gardening show on the internet where we talk about gardening, a little bit of cooking, and growing your own food. Now sit back and enjoy. Well, here we are, middle of August. We're getting geared up for fall because we got big plans this fall. We're gonna have a lot of plants. We're getting started on our plug plant program. I'm excited about it. We've invested a lot of time, money, heartache, but we're going to be up and going 1st September. And if you watched last week, we talked about blackberries, and this week we're talking about blueberries. Now, we talked about last week how blackberries are the easiest to grow. And everybody should be growing blackberries because they're just no-brainers, okay? And I stand by that. Blueberries are not as easy to grow as blackberries. They can be done, but a little bit different. Blackberries, you can throw them out there.
Have we ever tried to grow blueberries?
No, but you know,
I thought way back by the pear trees you planted a few.
No, I don't remember.
I think you did.
I know when we moved here, there was 2 back there where the big warehouse is now. No, there was 4 back there with big warehouse, and we enjoyed those for a number of years.
Just out in the field. In the field,
but they died after a while. But then construction got them out of the way. So we should be planting. We should take our own advice and plant some blueberries. One problem that we have here is most of our land has a higher pH. And if you have that problem also, we're going to go over today how to counteract that and how to make that happen. But blueberries are, in our part of the world, are grown commercially everywhere. So over around Homerville, Douglas area over there, they grown like crazy. We even have a blueberry farm within 2 miles of our house here. The Wilkes family has a blueberry farm over there. They have a U-pick, and we go over there and enjoy their blueberries dramatically.
I enjoy the ice cream.
Some of our family, Dave and Melinda Wright, have a bunch of blueberries, and we go out there and pick some out of their orchard every now and then. And that's one reason we haven't really planted ours, because we got so many friends close by that's got them. So, but you can plant them, you can be successful. There are some tricks to it. We're going to go over that today. In the meantime, Mama Hoss fixed a cobbler.
No, it's not a cobbler.
Not a cobbler, it's a pie.
It's more like a pie, yeah. It's got
blueberry. Now, you do 3 different ones. You do blackberry, you do mulberry, and blueberry.
I never made this, so I hope it tastes good. You know, that usually gets me in trouble when I cook something new. But this is a lemon blueberry. The bottom layer is biscuits. And then the second layer is a cream cheese. Then you got your blueberries. And then a lemon cake mix with butter all over it.
Wow.
So either it's going to be...
I'm hungry right now. You just explaining all that.
It's either going to be really good...
Oh, it's going to be good.
...or not.
Now, you're known for your mulberry.
Well, I like the mulberry because there's no seeds. Now, and your mama used to make a lot of blueberry. Do you remember that?
I do. The seeds don't bother me, but I do love blueberries. When blueberries are coming in, we'll go pick us a bunch of them and we'll put them up in Ziploc bags. Jeremy, he's got to have some for cameraman Jeremy. So we put them up in these Ziploc bags and freeze them, and I'll just get them out periodically and just eat them by themselves. I don't put anything on them, and I like them a little bit of frozen side. It makes a wonderful snack for me, just fresh blueberries. We're not treated to this every night or very often for a reason, because I would weigh 400 pounds, because I do love this right here.
We're going to start back working on that 400 pounds, aren't we? After this. What you think? Is the bottom too gooey?
It's a little hot.
Yeah, it just came out of the oven.
The lemon adds a little extra there to that. I wouldn't have thought about the lemon. It does add a little extra there. It's good. That is really good.
Well, I'll let you eat and I'll talk about.
Okay.
So blueberries are rich in antioxidants, so they're good for you. They thrive in a home garden with just a little planting and care. I have to disagree with that. If you got it in the right soil, it does good. But I think that's the key to it. And you can grow them in containers. So you don't necessarily have to have the space in the garden. Too hot?
A little warm.
Oh, Lord. There are 3 types of blueberries: highbush, lowbush, and half high. I did not know that.
If you ever want to look at the lowbush, and we've talked about this before, our friends up in Maine, up in that area, they have blueberries that grow wild up there, and they're called the lowbush type, and they get about this big. And at a particular time of year when they come in, they just go out there and they just harvest them. They have these little wire combs that they go through there, and they just comb the blueberries about this high, and they just get them like crazy. We are not afforded those here in the South. Those are only way northern varieties. Our varieties here get like small trees here.
Well, the most common is highbush, and it's can get up to 6 foot tall.
Yeah, and that's the kind we see around here in the South. So they do extremely well for us. Now, the one thing about blueberries is pH in the soil. That is the biggest thing you got to think about when you talk about growing blueberries. They like a 5 to 5.5 pH, which is unusually low. Our vegetable gardens, we're always shooting for 6.5 pH. So if you've added lime any time during your life to a spot, it's probably got a higher pH. They just will not grow in a higher pH. They'll just sit there and just eventually die. They just won't grow off right. But if you got them in a low pH, they do good. And that's the reason we see a lot of commercial growers plant blueberries in poor soils. So a lot of times we'll see sandy type soils that's not good for growing anything else turned into blueberry farms because it's ideal for that. There are a couple ways you can counteract some of that if you do have a higher pH. And one of those ways is using ground pine bark as a growing medium. The finer the ground of the pine bark, the better it is. Most of you commercial growers use this right here, and they will make berms down through there, and they'll plant the blueberries in those.
What about pine straw? Would it do the same?
Pine straw would do the same, not as well as a finely, now here's the key, you gotta have a finely ground pine bark. But if you're growing in—
Where do you buy that at?
You can, that's a good question. I don't know exactly, but you would need that if you can find it. The bigger chunks don't do as well. Now, one thing about pine bark is it's hard to keep wet. So the problem with it is you're gonna probably have to water a little bit extra. But if you got a higher pH around 6.5 or so, and you still want to plant blueberries, you can use, when you dig that hole, dig it extra big and put you some pine bark in there and let it grow into that. That will help dramatically. Now, over a period of time, those roots are going to get out there in the soil, and then it may start having some problems. That's when you want to use this product right here. This right here is agricultural elemental sulfur. We sell this product right here for people that's doing a soil test on their soils and they have a high or too high pH. And we see this a lot. What if you over a period of years, your brother-in-law, you know that brother-in-law that knows everything, he tells you need to apply lime to your garden. You do it without a soil sample. You do it a couple or 3 years, the next thing you know, your garden's not growing off right. You buy a soil sample from us, you send it off, and it comes back and you got a pH of 8.5 or 9 because that brother-in-law told you to do something that was wrong. We sell this product here to help you. That was Maggie moaning over here. We sell this product for that reason, so you can lower your pH. It is the only way, besides adding pine bark, you can lower your pH. It's not a permanent situation, but it does work over a period of time. Elemental sulfur is soluble and it leaches out of the soil, so you have to reapply it every 6 months or so. But this is the key here to a lot of blueberry farmers right here. They add this product here to keep their soil with a low pH. And this would work good as a home gardener too. So outside of that area where you got your pine bark, you wouldn't want to apply this. You could also apply it where your pine bark is.
Yeah,
and that's going to keep
before.
that. Well, I put it on top. And the reason I put it on top is soluble. So when you water it, it's going to go down. It's going to leach down through. So I would put it on top instead of mixing it into some soil. A great product for lowering your pH. You guys out there that love to grow hydrangeas and you want to play with your pH for your bloom color, this will do it also. So.
Interesting. So when to plant? Early spring or late fall?
Late fall is a wonderful time to plant because it allows those bushes and berries and any kind of tree you want to do to get established going in before it gets
In
into springtime.
6 through 9. In zone 5, you would wait to the spring. Avoid planting during the summer and the drought. And plant at least 2 varieties. I didn't know that.
Well, you don't have to. They are self-fertilizing and they are self-pollinating. So you don't have to plant more than one variety.
Really?
You can plant only one variety. Sometimes the synergies...
Do you need 2 plants though?
Oh, I would plant more than 2 plants, yeah.
So if you did it in a container, you would need at least 2 containers?
I would do 2 or 3 containers, yeah. But if you, we talk about pollination, they do benefit from different varieties being close to one another so they can help with their pollination. But if you just
They
plant
don't
more...
cross-pollinate?
They won't cross-pollinate, but they will help pollinate one another. So
Can you harvest them the first year?
probably not. Probably the first year I would shake the blooms off and let the plants get a little bit bigger and then have a healthier plant going into the next year. Normally around year number 2. Now these are going to be, what we're selling is going to be plugs. These are small plants. So when you get them in, you can plant them in the ground, baby them, because you're going to have to baby them, or you can plant them in a pot and grow them up.
And then plant them.
And then plant them, whichever one suits you best. I have been planting ours. I've done it both ways. I potted them up and I planted them in the soil. I prefer to go ahead and plant them in the soil and just baby them and let them get started because you don't have 2 transplant shots. 2 transplant shocks at that point. You just have 1.
I had blueberries in it too.
Nope.
No, I feel like
It feels like it.
Needs full sun.
Full sun, and the sandier the soil, the better they like. So if you got a poor area in your yard that's not good for growing anything else, hey, this is it right here. Blueberries fits that bill there. So if you got this. Now what I would not do is I wouldn't plant it in a low area which stays wet all the time because they don't like wet feet. But if you got a high berm, sandy berm somewhere, man, that's ideal for blueberries.
4 to 5 feet apart.
Yep. I think I would put drip irrigation. I mentioned the other day that I got drip irrigation on my blackberries and I've not used it much. I don't know that drip irrigation is
Needed.
on blackberries. Blueberries, I think I would use it. And the reason I would use it is because we haven't used these coarse type amendments such as pine bark, or we got sandy soils that drain really well. So I think they would benefit from drip irrigation. Of course, you'd want to use the 15 mil irrigation kit, something that's a little bit thicker that's going to last for 4 or 5 years.
Talk about the varieties we're carrying.
Okay, we've got Emerald and Legacy. We've got 2 different ones that we're starting out with. Emerald was developed in 1999 by the University of Florida. It is a wonderful southern variety. Now, one thing about Emerald that can be kind of a bad thing for the commercial grower, but it's a good thing for the home gardeners, is they don't all ripen at the same time. Now the commercial guys that's doing this machine picking, they don't like that because they want them all ready at the same time. They can run a machine through there and get them all at one time. From the home gardener standpoint, this is a good thing because you got a longer harvest winter out there. Now this Emerald variety is a fairly, what we call a low chill variety. It didn't take a lot of chill hours for it. It is what we call an early to mid-season variety. So it's going to come in earlier mid-season. I'm going to say these things are going to get probably 5 foot at full maturity here. But if in the South, it is a wonderful, wonderful variety. Now let's talk about Legacy. Legacy is a little bit different. Both of these are highbush, by the way. Legacy can take more chill hours. So if you are in Florida, or if you're in southern Texas, or you are in southern Mississippi or southern Louisiana, or on the deep end of Alabama, I would go with Emerald. Now, if you live up in mid-Georgia and you draw the line across or on up, I would plant both varieties. I would plant Emerald and Legacy. And I tell you the reason why. You're going to get some synergistic effect from the pollination helping one another there. But also, you're going to get a prolonged harvest winter there because the Legacy comes in after the Emerald. So you would start picking your Emerald, and it's going to kind of go for a period of time there, and then your Legacy's going to come in. So you'd have blueberries for a long period of time. Now, for you guys that are way on up north, I'm going to say zone, maybe zone 7 or zone 6. It may be in 5. Legacy may be a better variety for you northern guys because it does take more chill hours there. Both of them are good varieties. If you live in the heartland of America where we live, I think both of them together is going to be a good one. If you live on the extremes, pick one or the other. Emerald for the deep south and Legacy for on up north. Highbush varieties going to perform well. Delicious, wonderful, wonderful blueberry varieties for the home gardener.
Fertility.
Yeah, it didn't take a whole lot. So I brought a couple of things. Well, I brought the stuff for here. This right here is what you would pretty much want to start with. Now, after I plant them, I would let them get started just a little bit and then add something like the Hoss all-in-one. This is a perfect all-purpose fertilizer to help them get started. Now, once blueberries get established and get growing well, you don't need a whole lot after that. If you want to do something, you can do one application of this in the springtime every year to help them flush out, but not a lot there on that. Fairly low maintenance.
Is it true you don't want to use ammonia nitrate or any type of nitrate-based fertilizers?
Yeah, and the reason why, and I almost brought ammonia sulfate up here. So if you have to have some type of nitrogen, you don't want to use ammonia sulfate. But the reason I didn't is I don't think it's a good idea to give them straight nitrogen because you're going to flush a little too much.
Well, it said it would damage the roots.
Yeah, it's going to flush them too much. It's going to cause too much top growth and not enough root growth. So I didn't bring up here. Now, if you was in a situation where you had to use a straight nitrogen, it would definitely be ammonia sulfate. But I really would recommend just an all-purpose here. And then this is going to be your best friend right here. Agricultural sulfur. Now, agricultural sulfur is not going to make them grow a lot healthier, but it's going to make that soil pH stay in line. So that right there.
So you have
reapply
berries
it a couple of times a year, and you'll be good. Pest, man, they just ain't a lot going. We don't have much pest problems with blueberries. Now you can have thrips, you can have some army worms and things like that. But it's just something to keep a lookout. Once you get established and you walk by them every now and then, I don't think you're going to have to do a whole lot to them. I just don't see.
What about diseases?
Diseases either. Now you could use some liquid phos on them in the springtime when they leaf out. We don't see much diseases here from a home gardener standpoint. We just don't see it. Blueberries do extremely well for us. Like blackberries. Not as easy as blackberries, but good for blackberries.
We're going to try them this year, though.
Yeah, I think so. We're going to do the pine bark thing because most of our pH is up a little higher than what I want. So do the pine bark and the elementary sulfur thing.
And blueberries, just like blackberries, when they get ripe, they're going to almost fall off in your hand. If they're hard to pull off the bush, then they're not ready. And in the peak season, you do have to pick them just like blackberries every 2 to 3 days. Refrigerate immediately. Don't leave them sitting out on your counter. And we typically just freeze them. Now, one year I did freeze dry some.
Yeah.
But when you freeze dry them, you have to like poke a hole in each berry.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so-
Or they explode.
Yeah. So it was a little time consuming, but they were good.
We just freeze them in Ziploc bags.
And
Man,
he eats them.
I love them.
Yeah, we usually don't have any left over from.
Put them in my cereal or just eat them straight. Ice cream.
You like to freeze the blueberries.
Yeah.
And then when you pour them in your milk creates ice crystals.
Yeah. So you get that synergistic effect off the milk.
We can go through milk,
We go through milk, yeah.
or you can. Okay, pruning.
Not a lot to do. Prune your bad canes back. It's one of those things that
They
just,
don't have canes, do they?
I mean, if you got any dead limbs or anything off of it, you can prune those off. Not a lot to them. Not a lot. Easy. pH, manage that pH is the main thing. Water to get them established. Once they get established, they don't need a lot of water. So that's the reason the drip tank's going to work good. That first 5 years, it's going to keep them going, and then after that, they're going to make it on their own. Lifespan of blueberry trees, that's a good one. I would say probably, I don't know, maybe 15 years.
Our Melinda and David out there, they've had those.
For a long time. So it lasts a long time.
And I don't think they ever trim theirs, do they?
I don't think they do either.
They have acres
And acres. And it is really, it's river bottom land. It's next to the river. Sandy, what we consider poor soils, they just love and thrive in it. So Blueberries, so give them a chance. Now we'll be selling them in plugs, like I said, which is the bottom part's about this big. And they'll be overall about 3 to 5 inches, somewhere there. We're gonna sell them in 8 variations, 8 plants, and I think you can get 16 and 32, and you can get above that. But I think we're gonna start off selling 8 plants per variety, 8 plugs. If you don't need 8, uppot them, share them with a neighbor. We just have to ship them that way because our shipping boxes are built that way. All of our berry plants is going to ship FedEx 2-day. So we're moving to FedEx 2-day on all of our plant sales to help you get them in time. They should arrive in good shape. If they don't, let us know. We'll take care of you. But we've done some.
We're testing right now, and
it's worked out really good.
Yeah, it's worked out good.
Yeah, so anyway. Another thing we got coming along, onions is going to be coming shortly.
And garlic's on pre-sale.
Garlic's on pre-sale right now. Been able to see a lot of things on social media about people starting their onion seed. So a lot of people like to grow their own onion plants, which is fine. I've done it before too. Well, this year we're stepping out. We're growing a lot of onion plants. We're growing about 12 acres of onion plants. So we're going to have onion plants all the way to May. Besides that, you want to grow your own onion plants. This right here.
So we're going to try to have the intermediate
and long day. You want to grow your own short day onion plants. So this only applies to short day onion plants. Get you something like a 338 tray. Fill it with soil, just a good seed starting mix here. You want to plant your onions, cover them just a little bit. But here's the deal. Everybody gets this confused, but you want to plant them between September the 15th and September the 30th. Takes about 6 weeks to grow them off so that you can transplant them. You want to transplant them sometime in November.
Maybe we need to show on that next week.
We will.
So give time.
Different varieties and things like that.
Give people time to order their seeds.
But a lot of people's getting upset and wanting to go ahead and plant them. That's a little bit early. So I was going to tell everybody, just hold off a little bit. You want to plant these September the 15th through the 30th. Ideal planting time. There are some tricks to growing them. We'll go over that next week as far as growing your onion plants. But I'm excited about onion planting this year. We are stepping out doing
15 acres?
12. 12 acres.
Ooh.
So a lot. We bought a new, and I need to do a video on it. We just got in, so we bought a new $40,000 planter to plant these onions with.
I thought I saw something under the. We had to build a.
It's not here.
Oh, what's that big green thing hooked up to the tractor?
I've had that for a while. Yeah, so
and your toys.
We're getting excited about onion planting time, getting geared up for that. Mm-hmm. All right, does that wrap it up? Oh, we got garden spotlight. Look at here.
Okay.
I got one of these little raised beds or similar to that. I like it.
Shannon Burke, Grand Island, Florida, Zone 9B. She transplanted 2 small Wonder Spaghetti squash in a raised bed. She ran out of space. She just stuck it in the middle of the bed. Nothing's bothered it. It's grown over the neighbor's fence, which she said is a good thing because she likes her and she likes her sharing stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's the other side, the
that's
neighbor's
the other side
fence.
Yeah. She also grew Sweet 100 tomatoes, and she was bragging about those. I'm gonna tell you, as far as a red tomato goes, cherry tomato, those
can't beat those.
You can't beat those super sweet 100s. So she's enjoyed those, enjoyed sharing them along with us. So thank you for sending that in. Florida gardeners, that's our friends down in Florida there. Growing on a trellis, that's an unusual squash.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think she trellised. Well, yeah, there is a trellis there.
On the backside right there.
Yeah.
Grew like crazy. I can see that helping somewhat, especially with wireworms in your squash. Yeah, not a bad idea. You'd want one of the smaller squash where they wouldn't hang too heavy. All right, so.
The bobblehead hoss.
Bobblehead hoss, where is he at? You find him on the set here somewhere, and you put in the comments. Next week we'll do a drawing. Last week's winner for Hoss the bobblehead is Charles Palmer. Oh, I got a name I can pronounce. Hey, Charles, thank you. Charles Palmer, send us your shipping information to
support@growhouse.com.
And Charles, look here. Sporting around town. Now, this is what I would do. I would wear some of these old man shorts, you know, that go down about to your knee there. I'd get me some white.
With cleats?
Yeah, with cleats, yeah. And I'd get me some white tennis shoes. Old man,
You know,
preferably
white tennis shoes is back in style.
Skechers. Get you some Skechers, and then pull these dirty socks on and pull them up as far up the leg as you can get them. Charles, you'll be the talk of the town. Yep, everybody be talking about, look at Charles.
Look at Charles.
Look at Charles.
Also, reminder about petals. Is it to the past, from the past, petals?
From the past.
From the past. September 20th, 9 to 5.
I got a little info from that. Our friend Salty Dog Homestead is going to be making a trip over there. Talked to him. We went back and forth on Facebook a little bit. He's going to make the day trip over there. So I've never met him, so I'm interested in meeting him.
He's from Florida?
Thompson, Georgia.
Oh.
So this will be a pretty good little drive for him to make the day trip. But look here, folks. This thing's going to be huge. This is the biggest one ever. And we got a little special treat that we're going to be bringing along. So yeah, follow us along. Hopefully we'll do a little filming there. I'm sure somebody will be doing some filming there.
Yeah. Maybe we need to take Jeremy with us.
All right, so we got that coming along. We got another one that we'll be talking about a little later in Watkinsville, Georgia in November. Georgia Bushcraft. We're going to be up there at their fall gathering, which is a huge event. So we're excited to be doing some traveling to see some of you guys this fall and get out of the office just a little bit. Thank y'all for joining us. Check out the website. Check out the blueberries, blackberries, garlic. We got all kinds of things starting to go into pre-sale mode. Now get outside and get your hands dirty.